Hello, and thank you for listening to this special clip of our Patreon show. B-side is all the things that you get to hear during the regular recording of the episodes. It might be before the mic, it might be a blooper, it might be after the mics, it might be right in the middle. How do you listen to the uncut versions? Oh, you subscribe for $3 at patreon.com/shootingashiznit without a G. We also stream all of the uncut episodes as they happen. So if we're recording 2 days early, you get it 2 days early right there in the Patreon archives. We have had close to 300 hosts in the last 2 years, and it grows every week. Go over to patreon.com/shootingashiznit without a G and subscribe. Now here is this week's clip. Well, let me say, I've never seen these two guys go against each other, but I did see Keith Lee against McIntyre one time in front of, I think there might have been 23 people on YouTube. It was really good. Keith Lee is one of those untapped, what are we going to ever see this guy do what he can do kind of thing. Yeah. And Ishii's one of those guys that, he's seen better days in the sense that they're never going to put the belt on him from this point on, but we can always guarantee, especially, during the tournament, G1, that we're going to have good match. And I thank you for pronouncing it correctly because I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why this is correct. And Kelly, what's his name? Kevin Kelly, he actually, Mr. Andre, Kevin Kelly, he actually says Ishii all the time. But if you listen to the crowd, and I remember saying this in the Cool Kids one time, if you listen to the crowd when they're chanting Ishii. Ishii. That is his last name. That's the way you pronounce it. So Kevin Kelly. Hey, thank you for listening to the clip. Go over to patreon.com/shootingashiznit without a G to subscribe to get uncut audio episodes straight to your podcast player or watch all of our uncut episodes streaming on the Patreon page. Now let's hear from our sponsors.
Here's what's coming up for Memphis Wrestling. Catch the stars of Memphis Wrestling tonight at TupeloCon, along with WWE Hall of Famer AEW star Billy Gunn. It's VIP Championship Wrestling tonight at TupeloCon. Then, tomorrow, at the Wrestle Center in Memphis, Joe is coming to Memphis Wrestling, and he says he's getting in the ring. Don't you miss it. VIP experience at 12:30. Bell time 1:45. Get your tickets at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. August 7th is our next Memphis Wrestling Saturday night with WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long. He will be our general manager for one night only. And of course, August 15th, Wolfie D returns to Memphis Wrestling. Be on lookout for more dates, including September 5th and September 26th. On sale soon at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com.
You want the best, you got the best. The best little wrestling podcast in the business. All episodes on www.stspod.club. American Hostile Championship Wrestling live in Crothersville, Missouri on August 6th at 8 p.m. It's right on the river at the Barbecue Fest in Reynolds Park. If you get a ticket for the Barbecue Fest, then you get to watch wrestling for free. Appearing that night will be the Missouri Bad Boys, Rude, Derek King, Guy Smith, AJ Kazana, Bill Tipton, Trent Daniels, Jason Vaughn, and guess what? Just in case, in the main event's bringing a mystery tag team to go against the tag team champs, the Young Goats. They will also be presenting the first ever class of the Missouri Independent Wrestling Hall of Fame. Be there live, Crothersville, Missouri, August 6th, right on the river too. Part of the Barbecue Fest at Reynolds Park. This episode is also brought to you by spunklube.com. Remember, when you're getting funky like a monkey, if you know what I mean, use Spunky. That's right. Go to www.spunklube.com and tell them STS Pod sent you.
Music is my life, and I bet it's yours too. After all, we're all very complicated beasts. You're not just into wrestling, you're into other stuff too, and that's where the record store comes in. I've got 1,000 CDs or so, and I've been a rock fan for as long as I've been old enough to go to, well, the record store. So every week, I close my eyes, stand in front of my collection, and randomly grab a CD. Whatever I pull out. Could be old, could be brand new. It's what I cover in that episode. It could be anything, from Asia to Yes, from John Cougar to Elton John, from Rumors to Weird Al's greatest hits. You just have no idea. I do a little bit of homework on the artist, talk about what they mean to me, and who knows, maybe I've had a chance encounter with one of them. And finally, I review the album track by track. I might confirm that it's one of the greatest albums of all time, or I might conclude that buying that album calls for me to have my head examined. Who knows? So join me, Lance Levine, twice a month right here at the record store, and let me remind you how much the music means to you as well.
This podcast is also brought to you by Manscaped.com. That's Manscaped.com. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code STSPOD20. STSPOD20.
Rolling into Memphis, doing it their way. Tell everybody it happens Saturday. There's a rockin' and a rollin', a little funky too. Listen every Saturday, 'cause you got nothing else to do.
Woo! Mercy Daddy! Rolling into Memphis. Here are your hosts, BT and Rhino JB.